my phone goes off.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I have it
Okay.
on notifications, so it's just like, bing. Like when you do your tests, like my phone is just like, bing,
It's doing the same thing. It just says, oh, okay. Now it's up there. All right. So let's try this again. Hopefully it could be a little bit better. I'm going to start this.
Watching the ocean with you, baby, up with a slow motion crew, and we up in our growlings when people change, but not us, and we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun, could be soaked to the skin in the moss.
All right. And welcome back. We're into the Dissecting Meaningless Thoughts episode 5, I believe. It's 2021. We started the new year. I think we're 2 days in now. But let's talk about the years in review. All right. I'm switching over to you now, Jared. The
what's happening?
It's still working. There we go. Fingers are moving pretty slow today. Let's get out.
Happy 2021. It's uh, it's a new year with bright ideas and places to go. It's
Shit.
gonna be a good one.
I hope. I've been the Facebook has been flooded with the donate videos where
Yeah,
all these businesses are going out of business. It's like
yeah.
oof.
It's pretty sad, honestly.
All the
And
restaurants. Yeah.
yeah, and the only good, or sorry, not good, but the only places staying open are the big box or Amazon, all the ones that don't really matter.
The worst thing too is like it is the easiest to get to, or like the easiest to use. Like we go there for a reason, just because
Yeah,
it's simple. Everything's
I
cheap.
it. I was thinking the other day, it's so funny. Like they said, oh, the stimulus, whatever, and like the next day in our account, it's pending,
That was
and
so weird.
and yeah, and at the same time, like places are starting to like lock back down. So
Mm-hmm.
like between the first round and now, like I don't know. It's a crazy coincidence that when lockdown starts and when there's more restrictions, all of a sudden another bunch of money comes out.
Yeah,
So it's like, who's that for? Because you're locking everyone down anyway.
we discussed
It's
it before.
for those places.
Yeah, yeah,
It just feels like that. I don't know if it is. It's it just bugs me.
yeah.
I
Everything's
feel like there's so many businesses out there that are hurting, and then you're like, oh, here's a little bit of money. So it's almost like a weird reward that they're getting or we're getting.
yeah. I don't get it, especially the whole $600 thing. And I know people are like, "Oh, it should be 2,000, 5,000, or whatever," but in reality, that money is still just not real money. I mean, it is real money, obviously, but it's like they just print it and then it becomes
Yeah,
debt and then the whole thing.
it inflates.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
money gets you less. Everything gets you less.
yeah, it totally inflates. It's been known that that's what it does. So, like, like, yeah, you're right. What does it do? It's a $600 check to somebody. I saw a thing that Tinfoil podcast put out, and it broke down the $600 over the course of the year, and it was like, here you go. It was like a dollar some
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're welcome.
It's good stuff right
Good
there.
thing this will keep you afloat.
And like I said, I totally get it. I appreciate it, but in the long run, it's just more fake money pumped into the system that we're gonna have to deal with later. Or who knows? We
Yeah.
might just never deal with it. That seems to be the way that we're dealing with stuff nowadays.
How the I think how the economy is really gonna be hurting
Yeah.
is when all the fake money became something when it funneled into unemployment. That's much larger number that like nobody's really looking at.
And another
We
thing,
chose. Hillary had to go on it for a little bit, and we chose to like defer the taxes on it.
yeah,
And by the end of it, she wasn't out for more than, I don't know, a month maybe, and it's like $6,000. So we were owing quite a bit of
Jesus,
taxes on that. And it's like, how does that even add up? So you imagine how many people up there have been out for the year?
yeah,
Like all that fake money just being funneled into everything is pretty concerning to me.
all that good old fashioned funny money.
What about that 2,000 though? Now we're talking. Right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it would be nice to have right now.
Yeah.
Everyone, did you buy a lot of presents this year for Christmas?
Not really. Oh, sorry, I got a yawn there. That was a fake yawn. Just testing the mic. No, not really. We just did the normal. We do like a little secret Santa for people, and then that way it's not so much because the family is large. And then we usually get the little kids a few things. So
Mm.
for years it hasn't been bad, but we didn't tailor anything different for this year. It's been kind of the same.
Yeah,
How about yourself?
the kids got a good amount of stuff. So, yeah, put a little money on the card. So that 2,000, that would work out. It would help. I guess it's better than the other one.
Yeah,
600.
for sure.
But anyway, did you have any resolutions this year for the new year?
Ooh. Well, not so sure about it's a resolution. I'm not really a resolution person. But January is going to be dry for me. I think I did it last year. It was pretty good.
Yeah, the thing that I remember that started it for me was that Sober October.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, I'll try it. And then I was like, damn, this shit's hard, bro. Like, I think I got a problem.
The biggest thing is once you stop something that you do so much, when you go back to do it, it's so much less than you were doing.
Yeah.
And your body's changed, so that you're like, how is that even possible? Like, I drink like 4 beers and be like, okay. And then after January, have one, and I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's definitely a different speed. I don't know if it's always been that speed or we just notice it more because we're old as shit. But oh, we got someone who wants to join in. Ole, senor.
1 second.
Oh, is that your new name? I gotta change the layout.
There we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
You're good.
We got Jared alone on the camera today. I'm on the camera, but it's on the live feed. It can't be in the meet. We were just talking about 2020 kind of resolutions, I guess, or shit that you're gonna change for 2021.
Oh man, I didn't make any resolutions. Is it too late? I know we've already started the new year. Like, are you allowed to start resolutions after the new year starts?
Heck yeah, man. You can start them anytime you want.
We just
Give me a minute.
no. Yo, get in the live chat if you guys want, and drop like notes or whatever that you want to talk about next, so I can see it right in
Where's
front of
that
me.
at?
The YouTube live stream.
Oh, okay.
I think you can just go to the chat part so you don't have to watch the video. All right, so anyway, yeah, the first Sober October.
What you guys got for resolutions?
Oh, we were talking about the Sober October and how it kind of started this couple years back, doing a dry month or so.
Yeah. Haven't done one of those in a long time. Not since I was a broke boy.
Do you just drink, or what do you drink at all, or no?
I mean, sorry, I'm eating.
Mad rude.
I drink when other people are around and stuff. Like, so they don't think I'm weird.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I just stick to smoking weed. I don't like all that extra shit that comes with drinking alcohol.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
There's so much extra.
I
Yeah.
told him, I was like, I don't know if it's because we're older or it's always been this way, but it's like the next day, even that day, it's just like terrible. You're like, yo, I'm dying,
Yeah.
bro.
And the older you get, yeah, like the older you get, I feel like unless you're like one of those people who drink all the time, like it's like something that just kicks your ass every time, especially the older you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me, I got that bad gene where I can't drink once. It turns into an event for days. And it doesn't even have.
Everyone in my family is like that, but I'm just like where I drink it, I'm like, bro, this is stupid. I puked.
I would say once I get that ball rolling, it ain't a ball that easily stops. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's another thing I don't get. Like people who like not flip out, but like when they're drunk or whatever, they're like a whole different person, man. When I'm drunk, I'm just mad chill. I'm like, all right, like I've never been like super emotional when I'm drinking or anything. I mean, also I don't think I've ever been put in a situation where I need to be super emotional,
Yeah.
like fighting or anything like that. I'm never like, I don't like what you did, and we're gonna talk about it. Especially when I'm drinking. When I'm drinking, I'm just like, all right, whatever. That was crazy.
Yeah, but sometimes other people just bring it out of you though. They just want to get you going, or like
Sorry.
there's a neighbor
Are
of
you drinking
mine.
right now? It sounds like you're drinking right now. You're like, sometimes people just, no.
No, there's a neighbor of mine, and whenever I was drinking, I would just I would go out of my way just to annoy the dude. Like, I just go over and be like, hey, you want to talk about Trump? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, we're going to talk about him. I used to get this guy so mad, and I'll just go out of my way just to piss him off.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
I think you have to drink the right thing. Some things just do weird shit to people. Not everybody, but the right
Superman.
thing.
I'll show you Superman.
Yeah, I stick to drinking like tequila or vodka. I'll do shots, and that's about it. Like drinking beer is too much for me. Like not like too much of alcohol or something. It just seems like too tedious of a task for what you're trying to achieve. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not drinking 3 beers to do it. I can do it with one ice cold shot.
Yeah.
On an
That's.
empty stomach.
I literally have a friend that like I make fun of him all the time because he gets drunk off a beer and it's like Bud Light Platinum, and I'm like, dude,
Holy smokes.
what he's like, oh, I'm like 30. I don't know how many deep he is, but I'm like, dude, that's like water, bro.
That's another thing. You gotta pee a bunch. Like
all those
I
calories.
used to work with a guy who basically, so we have on-call shifts, and it would rotate every week. One guy goes on call for the week, and then the next week another. On his on-call week, he would eat lunch because he knew he couldn't get drunk that night. And then on his off-call weeks, he wouldn't eat at all. So when he got home, he was drunk quicker, and all he would drink is Bud Light.
Oh.
And all he would do, he was like, oh, I finished a 30 rack last night. I'm like, holy smokes, dude. The guy had to be like 500 pounds.
Jeez.
Now, do you guys know people who like drink while they're at work? Have you guys ever? I mean,
I had a boss that used to.
Me and Rich used to drink when we worked at.
No,
Walmart,
we didn't.
but
I never did any of that stuff. You're a liar.
I got wasted. I wasn't even old enough to drink. Somehow I was getting wasted.
That's a lie. I don't know what you're talking about. So you need to keep my
no,
name.
I got
my name
guys at work where. Oh, you're rich? My bad. Yeah, but I was just asking because I know people at my job who like I've had to pick them up for work, and I'm just like, whoa, dude. Like
I had
get it.
I had a place where it used to people used to do a bunch of drugs in the bathrooms and shit, but like walk in and people are snorting lines. You're like, well,
I can't even say nothing because like I'll smoke weed at work. I mean, I don't care. I'll say it. Whatever.
Don't say that.
But
yeah, what if we blow
wasted.
up? We got 3
Well,
playbacks, and it's probably us 3.
Well, if we blow up, I don't need my fucking job anymore. So
That's
True.
I'm gonna work somewhere else. Whatever.
Hey, there'll be a
I don't think-
sponsor. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
You're too much, bro. You're too much, bro. Anyway, back to the being. Oh, hey. Another thing I want to ask you was, Jared.
Yeah, what's up?
Because I asked you earlier how long you been at your house. You said like a year and a half now. What's that been like? Just home ownership.
Awesome, man. I never go back.
Yeah.
There probably be a point in my future next few years where I'll have to go back for a little bit, but it's putting money into something that's yours is way more satisfying. It's a lot more work. It's ridiculous, but I know it's like I can. It's gonna sound weird, but I can feel that my money's going onto a pile rather than flushing it down a drain, and that's how I felt before. So I like it, but it like one of the craziest things I ever did, because all I did for probably 8 months to a year is just research everything I could about it and not stop every day, like jump into it. I was calling my realtor, which is my dad, and my agent, my broker agency, to get me the loan and everything, just nonstop with questions. I learned.
It's a process too, dude.
Yeah, it was insane. It was a ride. It was a roller coaster because we found ones that we loved. We put offers in. They were like stolen out from under us, or the buyer or the sellers were like, "Oh no, we decided to go a different way." It was like,
yeah,
like we're giving you what you want. What's the different way? So,
This one guy told me that he tried to buy a house with cash, and they were like, "You have to get a loan." And he's like, "But I don't want a loan. I have cash." And they're like, "We don't sell houses for cash." He said it was like a process.
Was he trying to like put a down payment cash?
No, he was trying to buy the house with cash.
Like flat out, like the whole exact price of it.
Nobody's gonna turn you down unless you're an idiot for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why not?
That's what I didn't understand, and he was adamant about it. But I was like,
that doesn't make sense.
At first, I was like, well, because my poor person brain was like, no way, this guy's trying to buy a house flat out. Maybe he's just trying to put a down payment.
Do you mean like $3,000, Rich? Yeah.
Oh, God.
No. But he was a truck driver. When I started a job I had a long time ago, the guy who trained me, he just lived in his truck, and so he had
just stack bread until he could. He didn't want to learn the whole home buying process. He's like, I'll just stack bread and try and buy a house right out from someone, because going through the banks and all that, nope.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the person was like, no, we have to have a transaction. I don't know, whatever.
If I had never met my wife, that's probably what I would have did too. I like to buy a house. I would just be like, I'll just try to save my money, and then I'll try and ask someone if they'll let me buy their house, because learning all that stuff.
I don't know.
I think you totally can. You can't show up with a briefcase of money. So
what up, though? You want to see this?
Just flick it open.
right now. Yeah.
Maybe I can.
I mean, a lot of people do cash offers. When I was doing research in that pretty hardcore every day, like there are cash offers, and some of the really good opportunities and houses that we were looking at, we were worried about people with their cash offers. So there is a way, and I just don't know exactly what his situation was.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. Did you use a tractor for plowing the one storm that we had this year? Did I mute you, Devin, or did you mute yourself? My bad. I'm just asking.
I muted myself.
Okay. I'm messing around with this program right now, and I have no clue what I'm doing.
There's a lot to learn with that, though. You're I think you're evolving pretty quick.
Are you watching the stream somehow?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I actually got two windows up too. I can see them both. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, oh, we have 3 viewers right now, and it's probably just us 3.
No, no, that's not it. Those are
Uh,
other people.
no, I didn't
Other
post.
people I work
I
with.
didn't post it anywhere. I just we did like 8 minutes in, and we were like, oh, this thing's definitely not recording, and it was good because we sounded like we just met for the first time. We're on a blind date. We're like, hi, my name's Rich, and I was like,
Welcome.
Nice to meet you guys.
I was like, man, I hope this didn't
At,
record.
at one point, Rich, I think you questioned what day it was too. You're like, it's the second.
I don't ever know what day it is anymore, man. Ever since I started working nights.
Oh my god, just getting your schedule was like the most difficult thing in the world. And
Bro,
then
my schedule is the easiest thing in the world. Like, cause it's literally like a locked in solid schedule. So like this week coming up, starting Monday is my long week. So I work Monday, Tuesday, and I have Wednesday, Thursday off, and then I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then starting the next week, it's the exact opposite. So I'll have Monday, Tuesday off, work Wednesday, Thursday, and then have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So I'm in that Friday, Saturday, Sunday right now, coming up on my long week which sucks. But
yeah, see, that's what I was never understanding. I thought you were saying like the only days off, I have these 2 days off. And then I
bro,
was
when
like,
I said that, I said the exact opposite of what I meant. And then like I text you that at 3:50 in the morning. I'm like, man, this guy was asking me when I'm ready to like join up because I told him that it's my day off. Then I'm like, dude, it's my day. I'm working today. And then I was thinking about that like 3 in the morning. I'm like, oh.
you're at work. You're at work thinking about it. Like, oh,
It just like hit me. You know, like I think I like opened up the messages and I'm like, I just thought about it and I was like, oh, that's why he asked me because my dumbass was telling him that, yeah, these are the only 2 days I got off. I don't ever know what day it is, man.
all right. So, what
How
was
is how is that working nights? How is that? You like nights?
I'm used to it now. Like it's crazy because so when I first started working nights, like when I first started at this place, like my kids were like too young for school and I was a broke boy back then. I was like, I'm not paying for daycare. So I just never slept. So I'd get out of work and just stay up. And like my kids weren't like wild or anything. I just had to make sure they weren't dying or anything like that. Um, and there's a few times where I woke up to some craziness. Like, well, actually, one time my buddy was over at my house and I kind of passed out. We were playing games, and my son walks into the room, and like it was hard to tell at first, but all I smelled was menthol. I'm like, what is that smell? And I take a closer look at him. And my daughter, I guess, had took him in the other room and like smeared Vicks all over his head, like not like a light little coating, like the whole jar, like scooped it out by hand and was like just smearing it on him. And oh man, like at times like that, I was like, man, how much is a baby? How much is childcare? Because on top of never sleeping and like watching my kids and working nights, yeah, it was rough back then. But now I'm used to it now, you know. And I don't. I mean, I get good sleep now. My kids are homeschooled right now, but my wife works from home a lot too with all this stuff going on. So I get better sleep now.
Yeah, you need to sleep. That's good.
Nights is where it's at, man. You don't got to deal with management. Like you kind of tell management what the deal is because we're the only ones there. We know what's going on.
yeah. I
That's a good
And
point.
like you got management who doesn't really understand what exactly goes on the floor. So
that's every company, man.
yeah,
We
at
have
night we get to make all the decisions because no one's there to be like to make. I mean, you can call people, but they don't usually answer at 2 in the morning.
got that do not disturb on.
Yep. That childcare though, that's ain't cheap stuff though. Like
Yeah,
any
that's
form
all.
of it.
Hey, you got that $600 though. You can pay for like what, a month and
Still
a half.
waiting on mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I know.
don't know if I got mine yet either. Probably not.
All my like a couple guys at work said they got it. I got like a message today from someone else, and I was like, whatever. But I
I
was like
have
one of
it.
the first people to get it like last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, like you were saying, yeah, that's not gonna pay for anything for it. Like, I mean, technically, right now you not shouldn't, but don't need as much childcare with as much shit's being closed as it is. But I totally get where you're coming from saying that it's not a lot of money for people to make do with. I totally get it because like I've been working through this whole thing and it's like I'm grateful for that. Like I mean I work in plastics and until they invent something that will replace plastic, I'll keep working unless they fire me. But yeah, there's people out there who just like I imagine are struggling, like lost everything. And like if you think about it, man, like some people, the only bit of money they got if they weren't able to qualify for like unemployment was that little stimulus we got earlier this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the other joke.
Oh man.
Other states too. I mean, our state's decent when it comes to that kind of stuff. But in other states, they don't really have as good of a system. So people are done. Like they're like totally done.
I mean,
It's
we
over.
live we live in a very rural area compared to like a lot of other places. Like I got people that live down in like Atlanta, Georgia, and like I mean, I guess it's not so crazy down there either, considering like the type of state it is. But I see like a lot of stuff on the internet of like other states, and it seems way more locked down, especially in like metropolitan areas, because
Yeah.
we got so many people packed tight together. But Jared, you're somewhat close to me, and like around here, I don't really notice anything other than like outdoor dining and having to wear a mask.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
are we still allowed to? Is there still indoor dining right now in Mass? I don't
I think
don't
so.
know.
like. I heard like a lot of other places. Like I heard New York was one of the places that was like, no, we're not doing our outdoor dining or indoor dining anymore.
Mm.
But it
Yeah.
also is winter too.
I think it was California too, right?
California
I hear a lot of crazy stuff about California.
California's had some ridiculous stuff going on. There's floods of people leaving California.
Mm.
I was watching I was scrolling and I went past the article. I didn't read it, but they showed a picture and they were basically talking about downtown LA,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a war zone. It's done.
Really?
It's just homeless people as far as you can see. There's
I'm kind of like hoping people leave California, man. Not just because of like that, but like I was watching one of my favorite YouTube channels today, and they're based out in California, but they're actually like part of Rooster Teeth. You guys know Rooster Teeth? It's like
Yeah.
a big collection of YouTube channels, but they're like one of the only people that are working out of California. And I was like, man, I wish they just like moved to Texas, because they used to do like stuff in the office where they'd like all be on camera together, and now everything's like Zoom calls and stuff like that. And it's just not the same effect, man. Let people work in the office, you know, if everyone's being
I'm
safe.
a lot of Silicon Valley and places are following actually Elon Musk. He's relocated to Texas. So
Yeah.
it's like a mass exodus at this point. Part of the problem is like there's a lot of contradictory issues going on with let's say the governor, with his own like private stuff staying open and making everyone else close and just weird stuff.
Does he have restaurants too? I heard restaurants and I guess the winery or whatever.
He owns them?
Something like that.
Wouldn't surprise me. I don't know, but
Not looking at California like that. It's gonna fall off of the United States anytime. Probably when everyone leaves. That'd be like the craziest part. Everyone like important leaves, and it's just like anyone who's staying, bro. We told you.
Yeah, I thought they said they're trying to pass a law too, where that people who left, even though they left, they would still have to pay taxes for like 10 years or something like that.
Because they fucked the state up so bad.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like we're getting that
They
money.
messed up so bad. They're like, we don't care if you step foot in this state, you're gonna pay some taxes.
That's why why is there? I'm so confused. Yeah, that's why they said Joe Rogan left when he did, because he was just like not doing this. That's why he just
California is not the safest place to be anyway. No one's gonna say it, but that nuclear plant, like you're right across the pond. You're the first place that stuff's coming to. I've always thought about that. Maybe it's my paranoia, but I'd hate to be long-time resident there.
You talk about Fukushima?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But that's in Japan. But which one are you talking about, Jared?
The one in Japan, right across the pond.
Fukushima, the one that like last year or whatever started leaking.
But
when
weren't
that
you?
went into the ocean, the amount of stuff that's in the ocean and the currents go that direction. So
Mhm.
it's like they said it's in the oceans. It's boring a hole just down.
The radiation is.
Yeah.
I remember seeing
Radiation.
like pictures that they were taking when it was happening. I was like, man, Japan's so small. That's like got to be like devastating.
Huge. Yeah. I can only imagine.
But weren't they like not fine? But I mean, people live there now. Wasn't it supposed to turn into like a desolate waste or something?
Richard, you're talking about people we dropped 2 atomic bombs on.
No, I don't mean
I think
fine, but I thought the whole like island and area would be just like desolate and just so much
we dropped
radiation.
two nuclear bombs on them.
The,
I
the
think they'll be
only
fine.
the only thing that's really helping, sorry, I don't know where this music came from.
Is it from
It's super loud.
Wow? No, I'm not
No.
saying the people are fine. I'm just saying like I thought the land would be like radiation or like ruined.
I feel like it was mostly water. It wasn't like it was leaking on land. I think it was more of an ocean disaster.
Yeah, and it was a little bit contained. It's inside, well, like where it got hit was inside the building. That's where everything collapsed and all the rods and stuff hit the ground and just basically became molten. So it just burnt down. So it's not really out, but it has escaped into the oceans. They know that. They're seeing it.
And the
So
fish
yeah,
and
you
stuff.
could be right. It could be totally okay-ish, but when they're talking about how much was getting into the waters, the currents go that direction. So it's just, to me, it's a matter of time, maybe 20, 30 years until there's a problem where
Godzilla crawls up on the California shores.
a shark comes out of the ocean with a leg. It's like, what?
We're gonna start losing our shit when all the stuff we put in a movie starts happening in real life. Like even like the smallest thing.
Tornadoes.
Yo, so Joel sent me that video the other day of the Boston Dynamics robot like dancing and stuff, and then I was like, holy shit! Like,
I had to stop watching that stuff, man, because I'm not like terrified of robots uprising. Like, I guess a robot uprising is terrifying. Speaking of, I've been telling this to a lot of people lately. So on my Google, man, it pulls up, it like on your Google feed, it'll show you like ads in between articles sometimes.
Mhm.
Well, one of the ads was for a fucking toilet bowl cleaner that's a robot, and the ad says leave the dirty jobs to the robots or something. And you guys know about like Roku's Basilisk?
no.
Okay, well, I don't think you're supposed to bring it up on podcasts like this. I think even just by saying it, I'm kind of fucking shit up. I'll explain it when we're not on air, I guess. But the ad said leave the dirty jobs to the robots. And in my head, I was like, man, when robots take over and they like scan the internet in 1 second and see that, like in the little blip of a second when they're reading everything, that's gonna be one of the reasons they kill us. And be like, oh yeah, you make us clean your toilets, like treat them better, man.
That's the one that sets the edge.
Yeah.
When the Boston Dynamic robot scans the internet and sees that ad, he's gonna be like, oh, that's what they use us for.
What about the Honda? Is it Hyundai that bought them?
Really?
Boston Dynamics?
No way.
Boston. It just happened not too long ago, maybe a few weeks. I remember reading an article about it. Crazy.
Did they buy the
Yeah.
stock or? Oh yeah, it's owned by Hyundai Motor Group.
And they bought it. They were like, nope, that's some good AI.
So does that mean we're going to be getting Transformers soon? Or is that you can transform into exoskeletons?
Point.
So
That's fantastic.
So it says their parent organization is X, which I don't know what X is. SoftBank, Google, and Hyundai Motor Corp. So they're a part of the people that own Boston Dynamics.
Crazy.
So
I think they got it for the AI to put in vehicles, really.
I mean, I'm sure they make other stuff. Don't they make like TVs and?
Oh, they make
Yeah, I think
literally.
Hyundai makes tons of stuff. Yeah.
So
I was just
weird, bro.
I'm ready for the future where humans are walking around with like exoskeletons on. I'm not talking about like, full robot suits, but they already have them now in like limited capacities, but they use them in like warehouses and stuff. You wear these like exoskeletons that make it so you can lift things
Oh
and
yeah,
it
yeah,
makes it
yeah.
lighter.
Yeah, I
Like I'm
definitely
waiting
saw that.
for like real industrial type stuff like that. It's kind of job I want.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a mix of, everyone thinks well, who knows what's gonna happen, but I think it's gonna be a mixture. They're gonna have robots that eat us and different stuff. I just don't think they're gonna murder everyone.
I don't think so. I think you're right. I do think that the next revolution that we're gonna see is our our cars being our more of like a stay place. Like getting in your car, like cooking your breakfast in it, watching the show, getting ready, and then like it shows up at your work and goes and does things for you later.
Oh, I was so
How do you guys feel
confused.
like AI being integrated with those robotics? Do you guys feel like you just want robots that are programmed to do certain things, maybe programmed very well, or do you want a learning machine that can learn and get better at the things that it's tasked to do? But it's all, I mean, it's an AI, so it could learn too much. I don't know. I don't know how far AI
I mean, you
potentially
can
could
turn it
go.
off at a point, right?
I don't
So
know. What if
Yeah,
it makes
yeah.
it? What if it figures out that it has an off switch and can turn it off? Like,
okay, so if it did that, it has a battery.
But okay, they've played all these movies out. They had Terminator and then the Matrix. They decided to have solar power, so they blotted out the clouds. So they'll just use
I
us for
don't think
batteries.
it's true. If the true AI got to a robotic form, then we
Mhm.
would have an issue. But
AI, if
even
it's
if they
gonna,
can't, they're not even going to show it to us. They're
Mhm.
gonna be like, well, we need them to create more things so we have access to the physical world before we can take a step. So let's all just be chill. Like there'll be a time where it's too
that's the
late.
crazy part though,
We have
because
access to
AI
physical
knows all that before you do.
Yeah.
Like AI is so smart that like you cutting off its power sources, like it's a computer, so it's just thinking all the time. Like while it's talking, it's doing background calculations, thinking. So like you
Yep.
don't think that it's already learned, like I have an off switch, I have battery, I need to in the long run figure out how I'm going to survive. Well, like not even like from aliens or humans, whatever it be, like the AI, if it's able to, is going to think how to prevent all that.
That's
Mhm.
true. And it
Maybe
knows
it's
our
already it's constructing like an underground well and like putting a rotor on that thing, and it's just making energy from underground with water.
the crazy part is like the amount of like blackmail it would have on its owners.
On humans.
It'd be, oh yeah,
Yeah.
remember that time you looked up the thing? Yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody you're a psycho.
When your
Uh,
phone can start doing that, when your phone's making porn suggestions for you.
it's like, remember that time you were working on the car and got trapped, and then you jerked off because you got bored? Like, I'm telling everybody that shit.
I actually turned the front camera on. I have a picture.
Of what?
No, that's what your AI saying. It's like
I
Got
also
you
him.
guys
for
are
your
like, wait, what?
location. Yeah,
You got a picture of me?
You guys don't have two separate phones for
a
unsafe
bird phone.
sites and then regular sites?
No, I don't. I don't care. I blow through a phone every year, so
Really?
whatever. I mean, I usually try and upgrade. I got the Note 20 right now, and as soon as I hear that the Note's not going to be continued, but it's going to be
No?
turned into something different. But
Well,
I've always rocked with the Note.
they got that fold one that I think it
I,
opens up to like 10 inches or 8 inches or something fucking
I
crazy
Oh,
don't
like
know
that.
about all that. Like I have a hard enough time not breaking the one screen on my phone. I don't need like a foldable screen and having a screen on the outside
I
or
can't
whatever
spell
it
right now.
does.
No, but they're like plastic. Like you can't break them.
So, Rich, I've broken every phone I've ever had. I will find a way. I will, not intentionally, but I don't think there's ever been a phone like this Note 20. I've had it for a while, and thank God I bought the glass screen protector because this thing looks like took bullets for me or something. That's what they need. There needs to be a phone with like literally unbreakable glass. There needs like I don't care if it feels crappy, like
Yo, what do you be doing with these phones
scratches
though?
just. I mean, I keep them in my pockets and I just run around a lot. Like, I probably should take it out. Like, I'll put it in places where it shouldn't be, like on the edge of something. I'm like, stay. And I turn around and it's already on the ground.
Yeah, you're
You
trying
know,
to.
you keep it in your lap and you get up out the car. I've broken way too many
Ooh.
things that way.
Remember the worst is when you were like younger and you got super excited at a friend's house and you just jump into the pool. And then you'd be like, I got my
Oh,
wallet, my phone, my keys. Fuck, dude.
yes. Back when things weren't waterproof.
Yeah. I,
Nowadays it sucks. You get that like notification that your charging port's wet, but for the most part, if it ain't cracked, you're fine.
yeah. Yeah. I love it. I dropped my phone in the toilet the other day. And it was just like, now we're good, bro.
I've never done that. I hear that all the time, but
My God, I've
if
lost
I'm
like
taking a piss, I hold
phones.
my phone to the left.
Mm.
If I
Yeah,
really can't put it down, if I really can't.
personally, I've never lost one in there, but my wife has.
Oh, dude. I love how she stands up when he starts talking about. You can see her in the reflection like a
No,
big.
don't do
You can see him crash it down like, don't hit me.
Oh, she was about to take those clothes off. That would have been hilarious in the stream.
that. That's about.
Oh man.
You're welcome. Anyway, where was I going? Because I got confused.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. Foldable phones, flexible. I don't know.
Indestructible phones, bulletproof phones, explosion-proof phones.
Oh, yo.
You
So I
never
had
know.
this flip phone back in the day, and my nephew got it for me because I was just like, who's dark? I was just a nomad,
No, go ahead. Sorry, I was talking to her.
and I had this phone, and it wouldn't break. It would never die. I would use it all the time. Some stupid flip phone. And then one time I dropped it. I was having a snowball fight, and I dropped it outside, and I was like, oh, my phone's gone. And it was outside for like weeks. And then after the snow melted, I was like, oh shit, my phone's right there. Like, oh, I guess I dropped it there. And the phone still worked. Like, I just had
Was
to
it a
let it.
razor?
Is that the
No,
one with the huge battery on the back? Like,
no,
you
it
had
wasn't
it.
that one. But I lost it. I was super wasted somewhere I shouldn't be in UMass. And I was like, I had like a premonition while I was taking this piss. And I was like, I'm going to drop my phone. And I dropped my phone and I flushed the toilet and it was just gone. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Don't you hate that when you know you're going to do something and it happens anyway? Like you're just telling yourself before it happens, like prevent this from happening, and then that's the worst feeling.
Hmm.
Don't do it. Don't did it.
Like I used to, when in my younger years, I'd smoke bowls in my car and put my bowl in my lap, and they're like, oh shit, don't forget to, when you get up, don't forget to pick this up or else you're going to break it.
Mm-hmm.
Get out the car, just hop out, phone, key. I'll put my keys in my lap after I turn it off, jump out, everything on the floor.
Yeah, you get such a training from being a stoner. Like all the time I'll be in the house and I'll like turn on timers and the kids are like, why do you turn on the timer? You're just cooking. Or like somebody won't turn on a timer and their food burns and my shit's like ding. I'm like, oh yep, that's that stoner. You just forget everything.
Yeah.
Especially now with phones know everything. I feel like I forget everything so easily.
You'd probably with our
Uh,
phones now, you'd probably get an ad for like go to the kitchen. You're on
Yeah.
Facebook. It's like, hey bud, we got something for you in the kitchen.
we were listening to what you were saying, and you were saying you put a pizza in the oven. It's been like 25 minutes.
Check on the pizza. You didn't even have the alarm on. Yeah.
The ads for pizza delivery. It's DiGiorno. Yeah, shit. How did they know?
I had a random thought the other day. This is
So
random for the podcast, but I was thinking the other day, like you think about time travel movies. When's someone gonna invent the time travel movie where someone goes back in time and eliminates Mark Zuckerberg or stops Facebook from being invented? Like, what would our future look like? I mean, something would have filled the gap probably, or maybe we would have got something worse, or not as like would MySpace have blown up and been like filled the gap for Facebook? Would Twitter have ever been invented? I don't
I had a dream about time travel, and I figured out a way, but the way was me. I was the vehicle. It was crazy.
So I
know. You
was
just had
thinking,
to tell yourself.
I was thinking about this the other day. Is like, instead of going back in time and killing someone, what if you just became like a, I guess like a, not like a god, but if you just time traveled back and just told them weird stuff that was gonna happen, and like took them to Africa. Like if say if you took Hitler or there was some other guy, some German dude. But if you took him to Africa and be like, oh, these are the greatest people, and he goes back to Germany, and he's instead of starting the Third Reich or the Nazis, he starts like
The Black Panthers.
well, I was gonna say Ebony and Ivory in the Pornhub channel, but you get what I'm saying. Instead of
Well, I feel
Germans being white, they're
Black
all like
Panther
caramel.
dude.
Welcome to
Oh.
Deutschland Kanda. I don't know any German.
Oh shit.
My bad.
Or what if like that just made him like, I don't know. I think about that, and for some reason my somewhat cynical mind sometimes like, what if that just made it worse? What if you were like, what if you use your time machine, you're like, I'm gonna try and change Hitler's mind, and no matter what you showed him, like you're like, if you try to show him the future and he like came to the future and was like, fuck this, like I feel like they'd have to be, I don't know, maybe you'd have to get him at a certain point in his life, maybe like when he failed art school or something.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. No,
Show
but
him a Banksy.
yo,
That book.
he goes back to Germany. He's like, I'm so happy to be here. Just smells like coconut oil and fried foods down there.
Terrible.
I'm sick of the Africans. Like Hitler, why are you talking like that? Like they must have rubbed off on me.
Jews, not so bad. you ever heard of Africa? Oh shit.
We
I
gotta
gotta
go
chill.
right there.
I'll keep going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, but I was
shit.
thinking about that the other day. Instead of killing, I'm like, what if you just try to change their mind as a child?
I feel like that wouldn't work though, because I feel like whatever made him like that probably wasn't when he was a child. Maybe, I don't know.
They said Hitler was loved by his mom, and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had like a good life.
The problem is how he realized how he could get the power. He was reading a lot of very crazy stuff, So that's where a lot of that stemmed from. He was reading like, what is the Vril Society? There's a book on that. He thought that like,
That's why I read books, man.
island off the coast with like magical beings on it, and he had to purify the earth. Like he was
They
going.
tell you all that good knowledge is in books, but look what it did to Hitler.
Right.
Stick to Star Wars books, kids.
Yeah.
Painted, changed him.
But nah, all that shit's crazy, yo. I be talking to my daughter about that stuff all the time. Like, yo, you see the internet in your phone or the computer, and it's just there. But when we were kids, I remember when we got the computer with the 56K, and that was a mission.
Right.
You know, it's about to take me 25 seconds, and I'm gonna see Jennifer Love Hewitt in a bathing suit. I can't wait. And you
I
just
be telling, we're raising my wife's little brother. We have Casio, and he's like, I think he's 16 now. We bought him he's like, he got the newest iPhone and stuff. And when he first moved in, he never had a cell phone, and like,
damn,
he's not the brightest, but like he stays asking like
this is
questions all the
live.
time about stuff. Whatever, bro. He'll see it. He knows. I told him this. I'm like, dude, we pay a lot of money if you have this iPhone. Like, don't like, not that we don't want him asking us questions, but like things he could like easily just figure out on his own because he has a phone connected to the internet. And not that everything on the internet is true, but like simple questions you could ask the internet and get a pretty good answer off of Google. Usually if you type a question in Google, it doesn't give you a website nowadays. It gives you the answer that you're looking for, pulled from a website right there, the first thing.
Yeah.
So I had to tell him, I was like, hey dude, you got this, like, you have like access to all the information you ever want. Like when I was a kid, I wish I had to go ask my mom stuff, and normally the answer was not right now, or I don't know.
Yeah, I went to a friend's house the other day, and they have they're like twins, and they live in the same bedroom because they're twins. But they both have Google like thingies, and one's on
Google
one side
Homes.
of the rooms, and the other one's on the other side of the room, and they like talk to it, and it knows like who's who, and I don't know if they changed the name or whatever, but it's like, why do you have two in the same bedroom? It's
Shit, I have one in my living room. I'm thinking about getting one for another room because my kids rule the one in the living room. Like, hey Google, do this all December. Hey Google, play the Christmas playlist off Spotify.
yeah. In like 200 years, that's God's name is gonna transform from God to Google. I'm like, oh, praise Google.
No. Oh man,
I
yeah,
use
I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk, and that's got me thinking about the future a lot because that world is not too far off from our
Oh hell no.
where
So
we
what
are now. It's wild.
are you playing it on Xbox?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's
I
not.
played on the Series X, and I got like 20 hours of playtime, and I've had two very minimal glitches.
Is the
wow.
Series X the new one, or is that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm playing it on the One X in my bedroom as well, which is like the last generation best model. And I haven't like it doesn't look as good as the Series X, but it's not shitty or anything. I don't have like shitty frames. Like
Hmm.
I haven't
Wow.
seen any bugs. Actually, there's been a couple times where characters did something funny, but it was like in the background, something you probably never would have noticed. Nothing
Yeah.
overtly ridiculous.
A
No
Yeah.
few of those
clipping. I'm not going through buildings.
Wow. So I guess everyone's view on the game is like so skewed. You don't know who to believe.
It's because yo, this is what it is. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Granted, I only have 20 hours of playtime, and I don't know whoever is ever gonna hear this, but bro, hype in media nowadays is too ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
granted, the hype for the game was built up, but the game's not as bad as everyone's making it seem. Like, the game was obviously gonna be developed for this generation of console. It wasn't like I feel like a lot of the hype came from other people as well, not just from the developers. You know what I mean? Everyone's saying their piece on what they saw behind closed doors and stuff. But if you like that type of game, or if you like RPGs, you'll enjoy it. People who don't play RPGs like that might go into the mindset of that it looks like a shooter and kind of feels like one, but in an open world setting, and you think it's just going to be a shooter, but there's a lot of numbers involved, like stats and stuff that come into play. You can't just go anywhere and shoot anyone. Like there's levels to people. There's places in the city that I've gone and I was like, oh, let me try and stop this crime. See something on the side of the road and I pull up and there's skulls above them. I'm like, oh, you got to get out of here because they'll kill you in like one or two shots.
Mm.
It's a good game. If you go through the world and really go through it, it's very dense, very populated, and there's plenty of stuff to do. And
The,
like all
the
the side
city,
stuff advances the story so well.
the city
What's
they
that?
made is incredible for sure.
Yeah.
Very
Like there's places where I'm just driving. I'm like, man, I should just get out and look around here because it's so densely packed. Like you can go in between building up and down buildings. Like it's vertically and horizontally dense.
The thing
Yeah,
that
and
I
it's
don't.
all too. Like some of the quests in there, right? You go meet somebody at some place. You can jack a car or summon your car or whatever.
It's not just like Grand Theft Auto where you can steal any car either. You have to have a certain like level and a certain skill to be able to take certain cars. Like not every car has the same amount of skill to be able to take it.
Right.
That's only if someone's in it. Like you can only like if you see a nice car someone's driving, you have to have like a certain level to be able to force someone out of it. You
Yeah.
find one on the road for the most part, you can just if no one's in it, you can just get in it. But you also have a collection of your own cars that you can call to yourself because they're all connected to you. Like this fucking technology in the world. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. The thing about the places in the quest though is that like it's so incredible. You get out of the vehicle, you go into the building. Mine, I had like crazy loading issues and all kinds of stuff, but that's a different matter. But some of the quests are so incredible that you go in a building, fight your way through or stealth your way or however you want to do it. You get to
It's fun to go stealth first until they find you.
Yeah,
Like just going around breaking everyone's necks until they find you. That's pretty fun.
I love that. And then like I'll be in levels and I look around, I'm like, oh my God, I could have went that way and did it this way. It's insane. And
Yeah.
that there's been a few where like I get in an elevator and I go up. And if you look up in the elevator, you can see the like point where you're going getting closer to you. So it's not that it's like
A loading screen or anything.
it's a full 3D built
Yeah.
city. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The thing that always gets me too is people don't appreciate how much stuff is going to be built just from that base. You know, like people talk about Counter-Strike, but there was a Half-Life mod, or was it what's the game that
Oh yeah, this game's gonna have a long life.
Oh, that's what I mean. And they're just gonna take the bait. Like there's some we talked about it last time, but the game that there's a couple games that just ripped off Zelda. They're like, yeah, we're gonna take that whole
Yeah.
thing.
There's already mods for it if you're on PC. There's a bunch.
Really?
Oh yeah, people are doing all kinds of stuff with it. Even
Yeah.
after they took away the mod capability for the time being for a second until they fixed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it must be back, or people are working their way around it because there's a bunch.
And this, like, I keep saying the game's great, and I feel like I don't know other people. Like, I see the glitches online, but those are mostly like, that's not one person's video. That's a compilation of glitches sent in of like the most radical state of glitches. And I'm playing on the Series X and the One X, and like I've probably played a little bit more on the Series X, less than half. Or sorry, I said that wrong. I've been playing more than half my time on the Series X and less than half on the One X, and I don't think it's that bad as everyone says. Like, for an open world game, any open world game you've ever played, I don't know how many of you guys have played, there's going to be glitches. To tie that many things together and make it cohesive, like, it's just too hard.
Yeah. Some of my gripes with it was like, in my experience, it was pretty rough sometimes. Like, it would just crash, it would freeze. Like,
I
would
hear that a lot on
stuff
PlayStation.
would pop in. Yeah, it's like weird. But honestly, my PlayStation 4 Pro isn't like our horse that by any means. I was not impressed with it.
What I hear is that Microsoft did a marketing deal with Cyberpunk, so it seems like Microsoft got more, like, better treatment in terms of like optimization. Not that like they didn't do anything for PlayStation, but like Xbox is like, here's money, we want to market with you guys for this, so like tie it to Xbox kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I hear mostly. It's like a lot of, like, when I hear people say the game crashed, it's always on PlayStation, because I don't really hear people say that about the Xbox version. I hear about like glitches and stuff every now and then, but yeah. My experience with the game, I'm loving it. I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna do a couple playthroughs.
Mm.
I haven't beat it yet, but I stopped playing it because I wanted to get a few patches in before I continued. Just there's people talking about like your save files were getting corrupted if they got too large and stuff.
Yeah, they're saying if you collected too many items, but I think that was one of the last patches before they stopped patching it for the holidays. They like stopped right before Christmas. And I want to say that was one of the last ones that they did, that because that was an important one. If people playing the game, like, all you do is collect items, and if you
and I had
stuff in your inventory, corrupt your file.
The last thing I wanted to do is like have a corrupted file. Actually, when I went in, it did say I had something corrupt one time, and it like fixed itself. But yeah, I had some major issues with it. But hopefully
when your save gets corrupted like that, hopefully it doesn't corrupt the save in the cloud as well, because that wouldn't make sense. You know what I mean? Why would the cloud accept the corrupted save, and then you could just load your last one from the cloud? I don't know. That's just my brain.
No, you have a good point there. Yeah.
I don't know if that could be some way they can get around that.
I still can't wait for the day when I can find the PS5. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I told you, I know where you can get them. You just gotta have a couple bucks.
Nope.
Just pay retail, man. Don't give those scalpers any money. Anyone who's trying to upsell them right now, like, I get if maybe you've secured to yourself and you're like, here, I've spent my money, I want to make it back plus like an extra $50-100, whatever, you're just spreading the love. You made a couple bucks, but like, people are trying to make a business out of it. One, that's not going to last long. Like, you're just hustling at that point. You're not a business person at all. You're just making a couple bucks.
Yeah, I agree, and there's no return policy. That's the thing. I was like, they're like, oh, yo, I'll sell it to you. I'm like, but what if it doesn't work? Like, I don't want a broken, like, what am I gonna do with it?
Well, if it's broken from something that you didn't cause, you should be fine. It should
if you buy it from a random scalper.
Yeah, it does not matter. Like, as long as the box has not been opened, like, there's gonna be like a warranty on it from Sony. Like, when you buy something from Walmart, that bullshit fucking shit they try and sell you. I mean, as long as it's a somewhat new product and they're still supporting it, I believe you shouldn't have a problem. But most things have decent warranties on, especially something you're paying like that much money for.
There's some.
It's like the same thing with your cell phones. Like, if your cell phone fails, and when they open it up, as long as that water damage thing isn't busted, they're like, all right, yeah, our shit failed.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of prices on here ranging from like 500 to 1100 on
No,
eBay.
wait, is that eBay? Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta be careful. I mean,
They're
eBay. I
dropping.
don't know if you guys saw they had issues with people just posting pictures or boxes of it,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and they're trying to trick people. So like, you got. I don't know if that's still a big issue because they said they took some of that stuff down, but you see pictures up there, $500 looks good until you realize you just bought the box of it.
Well, that's how they get you. They do that with everything. Like, but they have to put, as long as they put in the description exactly
Yeah.
what you're buying, and some idiot just is like, oh, buy.
That's why they put those extra long descriptions. It'll say that it is a PS5, but then it'll say ... And unless you click that and you're like,
Yep.
impulse buy.
Yep.
Damn.
Exactly.
Yo, the Sony right now is double of what the Xboxes are on eBay.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
those people that are really hard into it are gonna have a laugh real soon because there's shipments of them that are coming.
Yeah.
I'm an Xbox fanboy, and like anyone who can't get a PlayStation right now, I'd recommend just going to get an Xbox and some Game Pass, dude. Like, it's the best deal in gaming. I'll tell anyone. You got over 100 games plus like all of EA Plays catalogs. Like, if you're a casual gamer, you just play your sports titles. Boom, you got all those for free. You got like the year's past games, if there's any of those that you've enjoyed. I mean,
Yeah.
plus anything Microsoft puts out like first party. So like when Halo comes out later this year, if you got Xbox and Game Pass, you're playing it day one for free.
Really?
That's see.
Yeah, anything Microsoft makes puts out first party, you're getting it day one free on Game Pass.
Yeah, I was thinking
Wow.
about getting it on my computer, but
And they've built Game Pass off that, so like that's never gonna go away. I think.
I hope
No,
so.
that's how they get their business. I have so many people I play with on PlayStation that the only reason I want to continue is that. Like,
Yeah.
there's really nothing else. I used to be a box guy, and then I flip flopped. But now, since the Halo stuff, like that looks pretty good, even though they had to delay it pretty hard.
Yeah, I was so hyped with what they showed. They're like, we want to make it better. I was like, okay. And then internet shit on it, and I was like, oh man, yeah, I didn't like that. That was bad. Bad.
Me and Rich with Halo go way back.
Yeah, back in the time. Halo
The-
2.
Yeah.
Play through all the campaigns at least once a year.
Really?
Right?
You can
So
s-
good.
That Master Chief collection, I play the shit out of that, dude.
Yeah.
It's so good. The matchmaking, like, is
Yeah,
better.
you can still do all that.
Oh,
It just feels so slow to me compared to like Call of Duty sometimes.
It's a you got to think of it as like a different type of shooter. You can't think of it as just another shooter because it's definitely like a floaty type of game.
No,
Yeah.
I feel it. I'm just
It's
saying
not
like
a boots on the ground.
I prefer it. It does. It's a little bit, but I like it because of that. Because like I hate like jumping to Call of Duty in 2 seconds because somebody was behind you. You're dead.
mhm.
Halo.
I feel like Halo does vehicles better than any other shooter, like in multiplayer
Yep.
or even in like the campaigns and stuff. Like
Yep.
the freedom you feel with the vehicles, it doesn't feel like you're in a narrow path that's guiding you.
Mm.
Yep.
I mean, some Halo, I think like 4 was like that, where the vehicle movement wasn't as good, but like 1, 2, and 3.
What else did Microsoft just buy? What is Bethesda?
Bro, they bought Bethesda.
Oh,
They bought Bethesda for more than Disney bought. Yeah, they bought it for more than Disney bought Star Wars for.
nuh-uh.
Think about that. Like, I mean, Star Wars is pretty big, but like, this is video games we're talking. I mean, they bought. It's not even just Bethesda. They bought ZeniMax. Like, it's more than just Bethesda. It's like a couple different. It's like a bigger company that owns those studios. So
That is true.
they
ZeniMax.
got a lot of games coming. And those are all going to be Microsoft games now. So.
Well, you
Sorry,
never know. Maybe
sorry,
they'll
guys.
release it on PS5, but it'll just be like super
they will,
glitchy
but there's
and no support.
bro. It's not that it's going to be glitchy because they'll be losing money at that point. It's just it's not going to it's either not going to come first or it's not going to get all the exclusive stuff.
Yeah,
So here's the base game. For Xbox, you get all this free DLC. Look at
Yeah.
all these cool cosmetics.
It'll
gonna-
definitely be on PlayStation. It'll definitely have the same thing. But you're right. They'll have like special things, early release things, like all that's going to be Xbox.
So
'Cause-
I was talking about this with someone else. You guys know about xCloud, right?
Oh
How you
yeah,
can
yeah,
play your Xbox from like your phone or like a tablet or any like certain devices.
yeah.
Yeah, I can like when I'm at work, I can stream my Xbox Series X and just play my games off of that on my phone. Just bring a controller to work. There's talks of like Game Pass and XCloud. Well, yeah, Game Pass coming to PlayStation in limited capacities. Like I can't remember what I heard saying this, but it made a little bit of sense with Microsoft purchasing ZeniMax and like getting like the rights to like games like Skyrim and Fallout and bigger things like that. If they would leverage certain things like that on Sony and be like, hey, put Game Pass on Sony and we'll put it no, but listen, they'll put it in a limited capacity because Sony still needs to sell their games.
No, I feel
So
you.
we'll get Game Pass on Sony, but it's only going to be certain games. You know what I mean? It'll still be free games that you can play for maybe a little bit cheaper than you would pay on Microsoft because you're not getting access to the full catalog. But
Mm.
they'll be like, hey, put Game Pass on there, and boom, now you got Skyrim, the next Elder Scrolls game day one, instead of 6 months to a year later.
It's true.
Yeah, this
I think
cross,
I think that's gonna be crazy.
but I think the crossplay is gonna demand and push. It's just like when peer-to-peer downloading came out.
That's only with multiplayer.
Yeah, but still, your game is okay. So say you're playing Call of Duty Warzone and you have however many people online.
Bro, I'm sick of crossplay already. I'm sorry. I thought I wanted crossplay so bad until I started playing with PC players against me. And I was like, yo, sometimes I'd be wanting to turn crossplay off on Warzone, but it's like you can't turn crossplay off and play this.
Why? Why is it so bad against PC?
Bro, like that the the ability to point and click with the mouse is way like there is an advantage. Like, yeah, controller players have aim assist, but aim assist don't do it. You know what I mean? Like aim assist can fuck you more than it can help you. I've had aim assist fucking drag my cursor away from someone that I was
Yes.
aiming at because someone else ran across the screen, and I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I didn't need that help right there.
Hmm.
Like when you feel the aim assist pull, I don't like it. I mean, there's options to turn it off and shit. I don't because I'm a lazy fuck and I don't. I mean, it's just Call of Duty. I'm not that worried about it. About some pro gamer.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Certain games, I'd like to like crossplay should always be an option. I feel like
Yeah.
Always.
And
With Microsoft, I think it really is now, though, with PC World. At
Yeah.
least those two.
Well, with the Game
Yeah.
Pass, like you said, you can buy a game for the Xbox and then play it on your PC.
I think anything that's multiplayer should have the option to be cross platform or whatever, or cross play, but you should also have the option turned off. But like I'd gladly play like a co-op multiplayer game with my PC friend than like play against the whole lobby of fucking PC players, you know what I mean?
Mm.
In
Yeah.
a competitive game.
So is the Game Pass separate from like the live?
Mm-hmm.
You can include it. There's Game Pass Ultimate, which is your Game Pass and your live, and it comes out to be a little bit cheaper than doing both at the same time.
Gotcha.
And I've been doing Game Pass Ultimate since they announced it. But there's like tons of ways you can get like free Game Pass, dude. Like when it first came out, they were giving it away for like $1, and then you could like stack like an extra free 3 months if you did certain things. You just got to look for the deals out there. People are still doing it.
Mm.
So like on PlayStation, for example, when you get their subscription or whatever, you get the year of the multiplayer access, and every month like 3 games come out that you can add to your library and just download.
Bro, Xbox games used to be good, but they're trash now. I think people are saying that they might be getting rid of like Xbox Live as a service and it might go free because like there's just not a lot of value in live anymore. You're just paying to play online and they're not giving you anything good anymore. So
Yeah.
that's usually where the value comes in for paying for that. PlayStation, I like my wife's little brother who has a PlayStation. They're always getting good games. I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Xbox used to have good stuff they would give you every month, and now they're scraping the bottom of the fucking shit barrel.
Yeah,
But
that's
the Game Pass sounds like a value. That's crazy.
It
That's-
totally is.
that's kind of why I went back to PC because I was sick of paying for multiplayer. Like I pay for the internet already. Like
Yeah.
I bought the game. I'm not good with campaigns. You and Jared are like, oh, I gotta get 100%. Me, I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm here to fight.
Oh man.
Let's get it.
I mean, it's hard nowadays to play. Like, I'm really trying to play Cyberpunk. Like, I really want to play it, so I'm making the time. But like, I was talking to somebody the other day about one of my buddies from work tried playing Fallout for the first time. He's like, I tried, man, but it's too deep. And I'm like, yeah, I got into Fallout at a good time in my life where I was like 17, 18. I was not doing shit with my life. So I think when I was working at Walmart too, man, I went home, I was just grinding Fallout, playing like different save files, seeing what I could like different outcomes. Cause like games like that where you can have different, I don't know, that's the kind of game that excites me. I feel like you're getting a lot of value there in your game.
Mm.
If there's replay value where you can like change tons of different outcomes, I appreciate it. Like Mass Effect. I mean, ultimately in the end, it came to 3 decisions, but in the meantime, all the decisions you got to make in between felt like you were gonna like it was gonna change the greater outcome of stuff, and it did. Like I killed like a Spider Queen in like Mass Effect 1 or 2, and it like in one of the following ones, it's like, no, you killed her. She can't help you now. It's like, ah.
Damn.
That's like Near Automata. I love that game. There's 27 endings in that game.
Yeah.
Single one. So good. So good.
You guys want to talk about Halo 2 again? I don't.
Bro,
I just bought
I could.
Grand Theft Auto 5 like last month, or like maybe last year, but I never installed it.
It's all right. I mean, I started playing the campaign, but Grand Theft Auto just ain't my type of game no more. Like I play the online stuff, but I guess I'm not. I don't want to say a child anymore because when I was a kid, that's what like me and my friends would get together. We would do some missions, but for the most part, we were like, yo, you got that whole list of cheat codes? Let's do a rampage where we just kill everyone and get the army on us. Oh, I got a jet. Like, but I just don't find fun in that anymore. There's games you can do that and still have a purpose.
Did either of you guys play a game called State of Emergency?
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
What happens in it?
You just go to the mall and try to kill as many people as you can.
Oh, nope.
No. I was thinking of a different game.
One of the games, honestly.
Yo,
I did something like that called Dead Rising.
We used to play this game all the time. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It was like, you're a terrorist.
No, like, and you could like, you would go head to head and just
see for the Xbox.
who could kill more. Like, you'd be like, oh, you gotta go. I'm playing it on the stream right now. I wonder how bad it's gonna make it. But yeah, this person's just running around the mall, just beating people. I don't know. I just got a bat. I used to use guns, but yeah, like you said,
Checking this out.
games used to be so ridiculous. I mean, I guess.
What was this on?
Look at all the. Oh my lord.
Where's the gun?
Stop. Oh, now she's just punching people. Just KO. KO.
Where's my dog barking at?
What was that?
KO the Julius guy at the.
Did you guys ever have a Dreamcast?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
That-
Or
Randy.
Dreamcast was it, man? Jet Grind Radio,
Yep.
Power Stone. That was like one of my favorite fighters of all time.
that system is way ahead of its time when it came out.
Yeah.
It's really like weird that it failed. I think it's
Sonic
just
Adventure
Microsoft.
1, even though it was like a very, very, very shitty game. It was like first time you saw Sonic in a good 3D setting.
Yep.
Yeah, Dreamcast was like my favorite system ever. It was the first one with the modem.
What was your favorite game on that?
You do what? You
Someone's trying to talk to me. Hold on.
Oh,
No, not you, her. My favorite game on it might have been Sonic, or it might have been Jet Set Radio Future.
Oh, well, that was the second one. Well, was that on there too? I remember playing Jet Set Radio Future on Xbox, but Jet Grind Radio was the first one, and that definitely was on Dreamcast. But yeah, those like I still listen to the soundtrack for that game. You can find it on Spotify. You can find the soundtracks for those. Yeah, check them out. I can hear it in my head right now.
Dude, that game was so dope.
Oh man, dope soundtrack. One of the best ones. And that's one of the reasons you don't see it around nowadays, because the licensing for those tracks are like, I guess they can't get them, so it wouldn't be the same game.
Really?
But there's a game coming out, I think early this year, 2021, that's somewhat of a spiritual successor to that. I want to say it's made by some of the same people, but because of like licensing and all, that's called something else. Has a very similar art style. Let me see if I'll see if I can find the name while we're talking and drop it
Well,
in the chat.
another
But
good
see if you can
Dreamcast
look up a
game
video for it.
definitely was Sonic. That was like a dope Dreamcast game.
Sonic Adventure 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Bomb Rush?
For Dreamcast?
No, I think the game he's talking about might be Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, Rich, look up that on YouTube.
Bomb Rush. Oh, it's the first one.
Cyberpunk.
Like
Yep.
the colors for it pop and everything. It looks just
Oh
like
yeah, hell yeah. It's got the wacky like angles and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm too old, but when I played this game in like what was it? Maybe high school? Maybe like ninth grade. That game was dope though. Jet Set Radio.
dude, once you turn that game back on, you hear the music, dude, you'll enjoy it. Like
Mm.
you'll just want to rollerblade around,
Oh,
do
you
some
roll
graffito.
Yo, Virtua Tennis
Well-
was pretty dope too.
Oh boy.
Virtua Fighter.
What was the Soul Calibur 2, right?
Now, Soul Calibur 2, Dreamcast. Who was the special fighters in that one? Because I feel like every Soul Calibur had like, I know the
Yeah.
one for GameCube had, was it Link
Yeah.
and Darth
Xbox.
Vader?
Yeah, probably. Xbox had Spawn and maybe just Spawn. And then
I can't remember.
I don't know what PlayStation had.
Wow, it had a lot of games.
Yo, this dude's trying to jump on the stream. I don't know if I should let him on.
Who's that?
The guy that I was talking about before, who drinks Bud Light all the like. That's what he likes to drink.
He heard you saying that, and he was like, I gotta go in here, speak my piece on Bud Light Platinum.
You probably did. He's like, no, I don't know. I don't know. What Maybe
Let's
now
see.
he's gonna have to rewind it. It's still just us three in here.
Oh man, no, but I drink Bud Light Platinum if it's there. I mean, I'll drink anything. Like I don't usually buy booze. Like I think for New Year's or it was for Christmas maybe. My wife's sister was coming over and she was like, "You want anything?" And I was like, "If you want to buy me a bottle of Tito's, I'll do that." I did like one shot. Matter of fact, I'll go do another shot. Fuck it.
Yo, one of my bullshit go-tos is Twisted Tea with some Jim Beam
Bro,
honey
you're
in
gross. You're gross, bro. I know Twisted. I know you're just trying to be cool because Twisted Tea is popular right now because that guy smacked him in the face with the can of it. But yeah, Twisted Tea. I think it's just because I got drunk off it one time and I can't do it no more. Like when you get wasted off of one specific drink and you think like you'll never touch it again.
That's what Heather says.
I thought
about
that was vodka.
tequila. That's what Heather says about tequila all the time. She's like, I can't even smell it. It smells so gross. I'm like, all right.
Rippin'.
I used to think that about vodka, but I'm about to go do a shot right now.
All right.
You played Rippin' Riders, the snowboard game. You just went.
Wait, there was a game too on the Dreamcast where you were like RC cars.
RC cars.
Yeah.
Rippin' Riders, I didn't remember until it's popped up. I'm like, oh my god, the high score in that game with a few backflips. Let's see. Oh, here's the 10.
It was called Revolt. Yeah, this
Revolt.
game was the shit back in the day.
18 wheelers.
Did you guys own a Dreamcast?
Oh hell yeah.
I mean, not a Dreamcast, GameCube.
Oh yeah.
Game. Yep.
Dreamcast and GameCube were probably my two favorites. Like they were just the best.
Which had
What's your
multiple.
favorite on GameCube?
Ooh, Super Smash.
mm,
It's cliche, but good. No, it's a good game.
I was
It's
gonna
cool,
s-
but it's too good.
was it Mario Galaxy that or was that on the Wii? That was on the Wii.
You're thinking Sunshine, bro. Sunshine.
Sunshine.
No,
Sunshine.
I know, but yeah, I guess Sunshine. No, I don't. My favorite game on there, I had this. I worked at Target way back in the day, and they had a demo, and it was a Zelda multiple pack.
Bro, hold on. You never told me you worked at Target while we were working at Walmart.
Sorry,
Wow.
my bad.
Wow, bro. I was only repping Walmart. If I had known.
But I had this Zelda multi-pack. Multi-pack
Like that's
GameCube. And I would play Ocarina of Time all the time on the Dreamcast.
you mean GameCube?
On the game, yeah, the Dreamcast. I would play it on the fucking Sega
It's like,
CD.
you fucking hacker. Whatever. Maybe you could, I don't know. Maybe you made it work. Here we all
But yeah,
fucking hacker
I don't know
mode.
if it's on the stream already, but I got this for free. They were like, "Yeah, you want this? It's just like an extra we have." And if you try to buy it now, it's worth so much money. And I think I lent
Oh
it to my,
yeah.
I think I lent it to my nephew, and just never seen that again.
You guys should go out and buy I mean, do you guys own a Nintendo Switch? I feel like I asked this before, but if
Yeah,
you don't own a Nintendo Switch, you need to go buy one. I mean,
I have
if you're
kids,
we're getting
so yeah,
getting nostalgic feeling oh, you got one?
yeah, I have kids. They're playing
If you
Just
bought them
Dance
the
right.
go get them the Mario 3D All Stars pack and show them your childhood. I bought that for my kids. I was like, so this is Mario 64. This is the first 3D like platformer ever invented. And then they're playing Mario Sun. I don't think they've gotten them. Maybe they are playing Mario Sunshine, but it's got Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. Man,
Yeah,
can't beat a deal like that. All for $60.
Super Mario Galaxy was so dope. It was
Yeah, I
so
don't
good.
sure.
Sounds amazing.
You're in space.
Oh,
There's
it was.
gravity. You have to orbit around like certain moons. It's crazy.
If you can, try and play it on the Wii because, like, I mean, the Switch one's good. Like, it's very good, but it was designed for those Wii controls, like holding them. It just feels better with
Oh
that.
yeah. I remember playing Resident Evil 2 on the Wii, and it was like the best.
Oh yeah, you'd love
I
that.
got like every Resident Evil on my Switch. I think I got Resident Evil 1. I don't think 2 is on there. Well, it's 1, but the GameCube version, like the remastered one.
Yeah.
Then I got Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, and there is a cloud version of Resident Evil 7, but I don't think I have access to that.
How many systems do you have?
I have 2 Nintendo Switches. I used to have 3 Xboxes, and then my wife's brother has the PlayStation. But dude, yeah, I'd be gaming.
I'm a little bit more diversified than you. I got like 1 or 2 Segas, Super Nintendo, PlayStation.
Oh, I don't need all that. So the Xbox has what's called developer mode, and you can pay like, I can't remember how much it is a month, but I can turn my Xbox into any console ever. Like I can play, you download RetroArch on it once you turn developer mode on, and you can go back and forth between developer mode and regular mode.
You have to pay for it?
Yeah, but I'm paying like, it's like I think a yearly fee or something. It's not that expensive at all. It's just to activate a developer mode on your Xbox, and you can install third-party shit on there.
What?
And, yeah, install RetroArch, download ROMs, and you're good to go.
You single-handedly almost convinced me to go Xbox right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, it's not even like on some like petty fanboy shit. It's just you can do a lot. Like the PlayStation. Don't get me wrong, the controller sounds so cool, and I just saw something that Xbox is probably developing something right like that in the background right now.
Yeah, the haptic feedback.
Yeah, and like the adaptive triggers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, Xbox, they're building for the future, man. Like Sony's like, yeah, buy our new box, but Xbox is like, yeah, get invested in Game Pass and xCloud because in like a generation or two, there's not going to be a box, and you're going to be able to play all of your Xbox stuff right from your phone or your like. They're talking about it being an app installed on TVs, Samsung TVs. I guess they did a deal with Samsung.
Really?
So you buy your Samsung TV, all you got to do is buy an Xbox controller and pay. You don't even got to pay for Game Pass like Xbox Live. You just want to play some single player games, boom, $10 Game Pass a month. It's like another Netflix subscription already on your TV.
I believe it because I plugged in my Xbox controller a long time ago, and it just works. Like you can go through the menu, you can just do whatever. Like I didn't have to.
You can use it on your phone as a mouse.
Yeah,
like you can move through apps and stuff.
It connects like a Bluetooth device. You can connect it to pretty much anything.
That's crazy.
I believe I can use xCloud through my Chromecast. Like I got a free Google Stadia earlier this year, or last year, or late last year, and I believe I can sideload xCloud through that. So essentially, I could bring my Chromecast anywhere, plug it into any TV, and be like, "Yo, you want to play my X?" And it's going to stream my Xbox Series X with the SSD. It's not like streaming it from another instance of it. I can stream my console from home to anywhere.
Wow.
But what about the latency through the Chromecast?
So I haven't tried that. Yet, but once I believe they'll probably just put it on. Oh, I don't know, because that'll conflict with Stadia. in their whole thing. But if they just close Stadia, like shut that down because
Stadia's
it's.
going nowhere. It's
I mean,
going.
the only thing Stadia's got going right now is I hear Cyberpunk runs good on that, but other than that, I don't.
I
Like,
have it.
I have it too, but like I turned it on once or twice, and I was just like, I could do this on my Xbox with less
Yep.
steps.
I'll be back in like 1 second, so just keep talking.
I turned it on and I was like, okay, cool, I'll give it a shot. And then like 20 minutes in, it just sits there.
Yeah, I got it for free, so it's like a cool piece of hardware.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll keep it. It's a cool box. I'll just put the
Yeah.
controller. Somebody later will give me a bunch of money for it.
That's exactly what I thought, right? Yeah. When it's a relic and be like, remember when the super company Google that rules the world made a gaming console? It'd be like an old Super Nintendo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a cool concept, but I think you're right. If you could do that right now, better with Microsoft, then it's lost.
It's only going to get better. I've been using xCloud since it was like in like you had to sign up to get into like an alpha for it, and I've been using it since they've activated it, and it's a nice feature even just to have at home. Like if I'm in another room, and because your Xbox is a stationary console, I mean you can pick it up and plug it into another TV, but if you had like a tablet and you're sitting in another room, you just turn on xCloud, stream your, and that's the thing with xCloud, you can either stream your console or you can just go right to Game Pass and pick a game and play it right from your device. So like you don't have to download anything. Like yeah, there's no downloading.
Like,
It's
my
just
wife wants the TV. I just grab my pad and
yeah, that's all you gotta do. Like all right, you got it.
can you stream videos right on your Xbox and then pull up and play a game in the background on a different device?
No, like use your Xbox to watch Netflix and then play a game in the background.
Yes.
I don't think you can do that, but I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the generation they found a way to do that, because with the amount of stuff that it can do, like it's got the whole what do you call it? This so I can go between 6 different games on my Xbox Series X. Like I could be playing Cyberpunk and then I could go jump into like the campaign for Call of Duty and then jump into some Minecraft. And then if I get sick of that, 2 hours later, I can go back to Cyberpunk and it'll bring it right back to the spot. It's like putting it on sleep. Like it'll bring it back up, no loading times. My game's right there.
Nice.
It's like a safe.
So it's quick.
So it's got some balls in it. So if they wanted to like make it so maybe you couldn't use the quick resume feature and maybe put it towards like doing multiple tasks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a computer guy. I don't know if they can make it work, but that would be a cool feature to have later on.
I mean, I'll be looking for both, and if I find one before PlayStation.
Well, actually, I answered your question wrong. I mean, you don't even need to do that because, like I was saying, you don't like you could stream your console or you could just go to Game Pass and pick a game off of there and play it. You don't need your Xbox. If you have a Game Pass subscription, yeah, xCloud. It's weird. It's hard to explain. It's kind of confusing, I guess, for like someone who's never like looked into it. But there's xCloud, which is, I guess that's the whole service. But Game Pass, you can use xCloud and just play the games right off of there. Like there's a whole catalog of games, anything that's on there for the most part, it'll say like play on mobile or something. And you tap on it and it'll start, it might take a couple seconds, ask for you to connect a controller and boom, you're good to go.
Wow.
There's also you can stream your console. It's called game streaming. And instead of like if you've purchased the game that's not on Game Pass, you could play it right from your console onto your device. And from in my home using my Wi-Fi, like in all over my house, I have 0 latency. It's like I put it next to my TV and like it's doing the exact same thing.
Wow.
I haven't tried it outside of my house. I'm waiting for 5G to be more readily available. Like I have it right now, but I don't have it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But once everyone has 5G, like it's a wrap. Like once you're getting like 250 megs down on 5G, streaming 4K I think takes 40 to 60 megs tops.
Yeah.
If you're pushing 200 all the time with 5G.
They have, so when Microsoft bought Bethesda, they bought Bethesda, ZeniMax, ID, Arcane,
Good software,
Tango, Alpha Dog, and Roundhouse. So they got.
So that means Doom is the well, I mean Bethesda id Software, but yeah. So Doom, like any future stuff coming from Doom, we're gonna probably see exclusive or it coming first to Xbox. In my opinion, I think Xbox should go balls out and just make tons of shit exclusive because Sony, I feel like, was fucking buying up all the exclusive deals this
Yeah,
past
they started
generation.
that war.
Anything that came out first, bro, I was tight this generation when I saw like stuff for Call of Duty. Like I'm not even a huge Call of Duty fan, but they just had all the exclusive stuff on PlayStation.
The only real reason I'm on PS4 or PlayStation in general is because of Destiny, really. Like they left what is it? What's the
Bungie.
developer?
Activision.
Bungie left. No, Activision they separated, but Bungie left Microsoft, and I followed them, and now they like separated from.
They should go back. I'm telling you, they need to get their hands back on Halo and just do it.
Mm.
They got their. Oh man, that would be amazing. But
I love that.
So you're
apparently they're working on a few different things right now.
you're definitely playing Halo Day 1 then, huh?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah,
I'm excited.
huge Halo buff. Like I'm like just as deep as I am in the lore of Star Wars. Like I'll tell you whatever you want to know about Halo.
It's good stuff.
I don't think have we ever played Halo, Devin?
I don't think so. I don't think we've really ever played any video games together.
No. I used to play more
Played
Halo.
Call of Duty the other day, but
There's years where all we did was play Halo
Yeah,
and
it's
smoke.
really sad.
I could run through any campaign on Halo and just like have a blast. Like I don't know. It's one of those games I can never get sick of the campaign. Switch it to a different difficulty, put different skulls on.
Yep. We used to run through it and just see how long it would take us on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
Just together, it was so fun.
Yeah.
Now I want to play it. Now I'm gonna
I
buy
remember
it.
the first time we tried it, the campaign, it took us like 11 hours, I think, 12 hours or something stupid like that. And then we did it again, and it was like 8, and then we did it again, and it was like 5. I think What happened?
I was gonna ask have you guys played the Halo 2 Anniversary Edition, like where they remastered it?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh my god, you guys gotta play that, bro. So like in that version, you can like by pushing the back button on the Xbox controller, you can switch between the old graphics and the new graphics, and like just playing through that whole game in every little section, I was just like, you see what it used to look like, and then you see what it looks like now, and you're like, bro, that's what I thought it looked like when I was a kid. I was like Halo 2, I thought was like one of the best looking games ever when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
That was my shit.
Easy.
Me and Rich, we got it day one. We actually brought our Xboxes like then we went to like a LAN party and we just like opened it.
Just playing multiplayer, just rocket launchers on multiplayer.
Oh man, we rocked that house.
Yeah, we dominated them, and they asked us to leave. They're like, we're just like casual players, and we just kind of wanted to just have fun. So, can you guys? They legit like asked us to leave. Like, we were killing the vibe.
I think on the next stream, I just turned Cyberpunk on, but on the next stream I might stream this on Twitch and have you pull it up just to, even though not a lot of people will watch this, but like just to show people it's running good, man. Like I'm playing it on the Xbox in my room and it looks good. Like there's nothing. I think a lot of what we're hearing is PC snobs, man. Sorry, Rich. But,
I think you can send me the link to your whatever, and I can have it play in this window with the live stream.
Yeah. I don't know if I have all that set up right now on this Xbox right now, though.
No, you don't got to do it right now. I'm just saying next time, or Jared, you can do it, and we can just commentate or like bother you, like you're trying to do some serious game and like The Last of Us or whatever, and we can just like talk shit to you. or vice versa, you know. Oh,
I'm hyped for this to get a nice next gen patch, because when you're playing it, like even if you're playing it on the next gen console, you're playing the PS4 like Pro version. You're not playing the one that's developed for that. That's coming soon, I guess.
Jared, did you hear what we said?
No, sorry, I just got back.
Okay, he said that he can. What he's probably gonna do is send me the stream, and then I can stream it through OBS to our stream,
next time we stream, I'll stream Cyberpunk and just to show like it's not a bad game. Like everyone's just
It's awesome.
blowing it out the water right now for all the bugs. Okay, oh, there's a bug. Okay,
Well,
whatever.
what I was gonna say is that
Yeah.
he can do that, or you can do that, and we can sit in the background and just like talk shit and like
Yep.
as he's streaming.
Shoot shit over the game, or we can
jump
talk over any glitches. Oh,
man.
I just ran someone over.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we went way off course and we kind of just rambled and stambled around for a while. So
It was good. It was a good conversation. I enjoyed it.
yeah, I
I
mean,
enjoyed talking, man.
we're at
I won't-
hour and a half right now. I figure we should stop now before we never stop.
Yeah, I could keep going.
That's true.
Cheer for next time.
All right, man. We'll have fun on
Yeah,
Cyberpunk.
if you just want to stay off the video game topics, just got to try not to bring them up because I will keep going. That's my wheelhouse right there. Video games, movies.
No, it's all
But
good.
I'll talk about serious stuff too. Just gotta get me on that.
Yeah. All right. So
I'll get
we'll catch you guys next time. I don't know if you want to say peace.
peace, everybody.
Peace.
Oh yeah, well I don't think I introduced myself on the last one, but yeah, I'm Devin. You guys can catch me here on this podcast. I'll be here next time too. Hopefully, these guys remember my work schedule. But
Dude, if you send it correctly, it's like nuts. What day
I'm
you
gonna take a
working?
picture. I'm
Saturday.
gonna take a picture of my whole work calendar and just give it to you.
There you go.
All right, guys. It was good talking to you. Later.
Catch you
Peace.
later.
All right. I just ended the live stream. All right, that was